Hello guys, Jeffrey speaking here. So today I'm going to do a review of a Mem-chanical keyboard. Yeah, you heard me right, Mem-chanical keyboard. So as we know, we have membrane keyboard just like the Logitech K270 that I use as my daily driver, and also mechanical keyboard, which a lot of gamers love it so much. But how about the middle class between those two categories? So that's why Cooler Master invented these new switches, and they call it as Mem-chanical. In terms of technology, the Mem-chanical keyboard is more or less the same with membrane keyboard. At the bottom, it has the rubber dome to provide the tactile and cushion typing experience. At the middle, it has the plunger and housing to give that linear feel. And finally, is the keycaps, which is compatible with Cherry MX. For me, this is a smart move from Cooler Master because the Cherry MX users can reuse their customized keycaps on this keyboard. Besides that, the keycaps are UV coated, which will last longer compared to pad printing. The first thing I noticed when I took out this keyboard is the weight. It is very hefty, well built, and it doesn't flex when I try to twist it. In terms of design, I'm a fan of this keyboard because of the industrial look and it doesn't look too fancy. At the bottom, it has a very good rubber fit which will not move if you accidentally push it. The exciting part of this keyboard is when I plug it into the USB port. The zone lighting on this thing is really beautiful. Personally, I really love the RGB wave mode. To control the lighting, you have to press the FN button and the F keys on the top. For the lighting mode, you have 8 choices. The first one is breathing RGB color, the second one is scanning, the third one is wave mode, the fourth one is partial zone lighting, the fifth one is solid color, the sixth is breathing solid color, number 7 is wave mode, and last but not least is no backlight, but it will scan or it will activate it when a key is pressed. As for the multimedia control, you also have to use that FN button like usually you do with your laptop. Now let's talk about the switches. The actuation force is 50 gram and the typing experience on this keyboard is very tactile just like the membrane keyboard, but I'm not so sure whether this is considered clicky because I never tried to type on a Cherry MX Blue switches before. Next, I'll let you guys hear the sound of the switches when I type on this keyboard. For this test, I will compare it with other membrane keyboard, and sorry I couldn't compare it with a mechanical keyboard because I don't have one right now. In terms of lifespan, this keyboard can last around 12 million keystrokes, and it is better than membrane which is around 6 millions. However, it is not as good as mechanical keyboard which will last around 50 to 80 millions. As for the downsides, it does not have any software for customization. Besides that, the lighting inside the keycaps is very dim because they don't have individual LEDs like most mechanical switches. Finished talking about the keyboard, now let's talk about the mouse. This is an optical mouse with Avago 3050 sensor, and for me, the lift-off distance of this mouse is a bit high, which is around 2 centimeters. So, when I play FPS games, the aiming would take a bit of practice. Another thing that you should take note is the weight. It is very light and has no weight adjustment, so if you like a more heavy mouse, then this is definitely not for you. For the lighting, it has 2 zones, that is the scroll wheel and at the back of the mouse. With a combination of buttons, you can change the settings of the light, but I still hope that they can include the software in the future. For me, I really love the materials used on this mouse. It is matte plastic and it will enhance your gripping experience. This mouse is on the smaller side, so it will suit more towards claw and fingertip gripper. As for the buttons, it has 2 at the sides, DPI button on the top, left and right click buttons, and the scroll wheel. However, the scroll wheel is a bit stiff for my liking. So, what's my verdict on this combo? With the pricing around 260 ringgit Malaysia, which includes a keyboard and mouse, I would surely recommend you guys to check it out, especially if you're looking for an RGB keyboard. So that's all for today's video, and if you managed to watch until now, please write like hashtag gila lah in the comment box below. And like usual, thumbs up if you like it, sub if you are new here, and I shall talk to you guys in the next video. Ciao!